Hey guys, it's your girl Let's Begin, and today we will be doing a two-part tutorial. The first part we are starting with is how I pluck my lace front units, and we are going to be starting with Lilyana by Outre's Melted Hairline. So what I do is go ahead and part by where they already have like the baby hairs, but I add a little bit more hair to it. And how much I know by is I watch for where the tracks start and stop. Once I part one side, I do the other side, and I'm going to make sure I part it all the way down. And you want to get the majority of the brown, but I added some of the white as well, or the blonde in this case, because I don't like my hairs to get tangled. I notice when I do pluck, and if you put it back into the hairs, it tangles the rest of the hair, so I want to avoid it at all costs. How I pluck is determined by 2 fingers. I do not go past plucking 2 fingers. And since I am scared of the pattern tangling, I'm going to pluck forward on this particular unit. On Kamaya, I pluck backwards. That's because it was a looser pattern. This one is a tighter one, so I do not want to lose that pattern. So I'm going to avoid that by plucking forward, and I'm just doing strokes. No particular strokes. You want to start from the roots and start working towards the bottom of the ends to thin the ends out as well. That creates like a scalp-like look of strands. So you just want to keep doing that until you pluck all of the thickness out of the hair. That's basically just what I'm doing. So I'm going to do this in a slower motion for you guys at first so you guys can see. And as you see, I'm just going side by side until I get all of the strands, and then I pull the rest of the hair together tightly so I can see where is it still thick at, and then I go ahead and keep plucking towards the ends now instead of the root. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut that off because, like I told you guys, I don't want that going back into the hair. And then I'm going to go ahead and start the other side, but at first, before I do that, I'm going to brush it back to see what the results look like and if I like them or is there anything still thick. So it wasn't, so I'll go ahead and I fast forward and do the other side. Once I did that, I'm showing you both sides of what they look like, and I'm just double checking the other side, and then I'm going to start to pluck slanted. Now I pluck slanted because it gives it more of a stroke look, like scalp like. And I also pluck slanted because I'm trying to form like going towards a V by where the parting space is. I do this because I have like a natural little mini part, widow's peak. So I do that to try to mimic that. I haven't fully got it down packed, but I'm almost there, and it does give the illusion. I did do this on Kamaya. So I go ahead and pluck those strokes slanted wise, as you can see, and I am going by the root by plucking this, but don't go pluck too much because you don't want to create bald spots. But as you can see, one by me plucking slanted, is giving that scalp like strand look, which I'm loving. And in a second, you're going to see that the V is starting to shape itself. I never pluck initially by the part, just at the part, but just by it to create that V to give it a scalp like widow's peak look. And it is forming perfectly for me right now. I spray water to get the excess hair out of it. I do not comb the actual hair that I pinned back, just the strands that I plucked. And I'm going to go ahead and brush it again to see what the hairline looks like. I didn't pluck as much as I did Kamaya because I'm going to put baby hairs in this unit. So I'm just double checking. And there I see like a thick part. So I'm going to go ahead and pluck that. But I'm going to pluck it backwards to give it the stroke like look. I suggest if you would like if you're going to try to do a scalp, you should pluck more, but since I'm putting baby hairs, I did not. And this is going to be the end result. Now we're going to move on to blending, and I'm just showing y'all this is how I blend Kamaya, so please trust me. First, we're starting with foundation. I pour a little bit on my hand, and then I go ahead and take the brush and I dabble it around a little bit, and then I go ahead and spread it around the lace. Now with foundation, you guys, this is not you doing a full beat. You want to be as light as possible, but you want to make sure that you do the whole lace even a little bit before the hairline, because you want to make sure the lace blends with your skin. Don't be too heavy-handed on this, but you just want to make sure you do put enough to blend it in, because this is transparent lace, and I make sure I spread it all around. And with foundation, a little goes a long way. This is what it looks like with the foundation is on. Next, we're going to move to the powder, and the same thing. You don't want to do too much, and you see that I did put like a little clump, so I'm trying to spread it out evenly because you don't want it to be too dark. And I'm doing the same thing, making sure that I go a little bit above the lace, and that is the end result of that. So now the third part is I'm going to use a darker color, and I'm going to spread it around. And make sure with the darker, do not put too much. You don't, because it'll make the lace look real dark and gray. You just want it just enough. And here is the end result, you guys. What I did, which I didn't see, was I laid my wig, I put the baby hairs, and I ended up putting some concealer and powder on, and I tied it down. And in a little bit on the video, you're going to see what it looked like in the morning. And I have some things to say, so just listen. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial on how I blend my transparent lace and also how I pluck my lace front units. This method you can do on any transparent lace or any ashy lace. I'm not going to do a review on this unit because there's plenty of them, but I will have to give a shout out to my girl Miss Chastity J, because she is the reason that I got this unit. And when I tell y'all she slayed it. I'm going to leave a link below of her video because you have to see it. I think she should have got her coin for this review, because if it wasn't for her, I don't care nobody say, nobody would really want Lilyana, because the stock card does no justice for this unit. I'm not gonna go into depth. I just wanted to show you guys that my method does work. I'm mad. I really wanted to show y'all in the sunlight. I will have a side by side of me waking up in the morning and what it looked like. There's just a few tips that I forgot to put in there. After you lay your wig and I used a hot comb on this. Once I did that, I used my Pro Concealer and I put it inside of the part and a little bit around the perimeter, not too much around the perimeter. And then I took my Fit Me foundation powder and I put it on top, not too much, and then I tied it down with a scarf. And then when I woke up, I did the same method. And now that I did that, I will never do it again because it's already blended. This is what she's looking like from the side, from the back, and the side again. The way I did it, I made sure just for you guys to see. This is what you're plucking it's gonna do. If you pluck the way that I told you, that's how it should look. Now for your baby hairs, you may have to do a little bit more plucking. So first of all, like I said, I'm not gonna do a review. This is really a tutorial. There's plenty of reviews on this unit. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna show y'all how to blend. This is the same way that I blend Kamaya. I also did this method for Janice as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Until next time, I'll see you guys.